And good day, everyone. Welcome into This Week in Jackson County Schools here on KWN TV. Today, I'm very delighted we're going to be talking about one of the schools that are on the western side of Jackson County and kind of up on the hill, going towards High Top. We're talking, of course, about Skyline, and we have Emily Waldrop, who is the vice principal. Thank you for coming. And we've also got Amy Morris. I hope I get that right. And you're one of the instructional coaches there at the school. Well, welcome, first of all.
Thank you.
And have you been on before?
I have not.
Okay, and you haven't been on. It's going to be fine. We're also going to be interviewing several students that they brought along, and it's always good to hear from the students' perspective. We've got some athletes that are going to be on the program coming up, and I think also some future farmers. Is that it? FFA coming up?
Yes.
Yeah, well, good deal. So, and a lot of things. This is getting towards the end of the school year, so I know there's a lot of activities that are going to be happening. So, tell us first of all a little bit about yourself. How long you been with the Jackson County school system?
I have. I was a teacher for 14 years, a third grade teacher at Skyline School, and I have been assistant for 1 year.
So this is your first full year of actually in administration.
Yes, the end of last year, the last semester of last year, and then this is my first full year.
Okay. Is that something you wanted to make the transition to? I mean, obviously with that many years in the classroom.
I was ready to do something different. I loved third grade. It was a great grade to teach, but I just felt the need to get out of the classroom and offer a little bit more.
Good deal. So this, being there at Skyline, did you grow up around here?
I did not. My family's from Skyline. I grew up in Gunnersville, but it's been home for 18 years.
Wow, okay, good deal. We've noticed doing these shows that a lot of the folks that either working at the individual schools in Jackson County sometimes are back at their alma mater. I think it's pretty cool.
Right.
And we I just think that we've seen a pattern there, and that's the reason I wanted to ask you that. Well, Ashley, I know you're an instructional coach. How long have you been with the school system?
I've been with the school system 10 years. I spent 8 years at Stevenson Elementary teaching first grade, and I actually stepped into her third grade classroom last year after she accepted the vice principal job, and then got moved to instructional coach for this school year.
Well, good deal. Did you enjoy first grade?
I did.
And a lot of folks may not know, because of course we go into Marion County, we go into Dade County, DeKalb County, Jackson County. A lot of the schools in Jackson County are K through 12.
Mm-hmm.
All on one campus, if you will, which is kind of unique.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of the going back to the for at one time pretty much all schools were like that. So it's neat to be able to have them all on one campus. I know for that. Now, there's a lot of things going on at the end of the school year. And what are some of the things? I kind of gave an idea of where Skyline was at, but did I describe it, good enough for people that may be from Sand Mountain? They wouldn't know where Skyline's at.
Yeah, it's we're on a mountain to ourselves, about 10 miles north of Scottsboro. We have 18 schools in the county, so it'll be us, Woodville, and Paint Rock on the western side, and then all of the Sand Mountain schools on the eastern.
The way I know to go there, you go like you're going to Woodville, and you get to the four-wheel stop, and you take a right.
And just keep going straight.
Top of the hill. You can tell I've been there. But this is, the superintendent, Mr. Dukes, he was principal there for a great number of years. And when we first got to know him, he was principal there, and we did the first Jackson County basketball tournament. I think y'all hosted 3 or 4 years ago now. I can't remember. It's been a while, but a lot of basketball, and I don't know if we got a basketball player on today or not. I can't remember.
We do.
Okay.
We have several.
All right. Well, good deal. I knew we have some folks who are going to talk about sports and activities. Well, tell us a little bit about what's going on. I guess since we got a lot of sports and we got future farmers, what's going on at Skyline that we need to know about, or you'd like to share with the community?
Well, at this time we're hosting area for girls softball. So tonight we have the second round of that. Last night we had senior night, and one of our seniors, Caitlin Brewer, pitched a no-hitter. So we're proud of her for that.
Good deal, yeah.
Shout out to Caitlin. And so tonight we have that at 6 o'clock. We play Galesville. This weekend, our track team, which we have some track members here, to speak. They're going to state, so we had several qualify for state. Tomorrow we have a math tournament at Stevenson. We have transition day. We have kindergarten registration this week. Transition day is kind of neat because we allow our students to take a day when our kindergarten's having registration. The rest of the students, K6, go to the next grade level, and they're able to meet the next teacher for next year. It helps with them not be so anxious for next year. They get to see their classroom, do some activities with them. So the sixth graders at our school, it's K6 in one building, 712 in another. So this day, on transition day, the sixth graders are able to go to the high school, see their new lockers, practice unlocking them, so it just helps with anxiety. So that's kind of a unique thing we do at Skyline.
That's a very, very good practice. I know a lot of schools do that, and since y'all are on the same campus, you don't gotta have to bus folks to different places. Some of the schools actually, they'll bus folks to the high school or whatever. But it is a good practice to be able to let the folks, because they're going to leave and they're going to go to a brand new place. They may have the same address where they get off the bus, but they're going to a brand new building and brand new teachers, and I think it's probably a great idea to be able to kind of give them a heads up if they will. I can see where, because I know when I was growing up, they didn't maybe hadn't thought about that yet, so
Right.
it's just like, okay, you're going to that building next year, and good luck. But that has been a few years ago. But the end of school year, and you probably have just had testing.
Yes.
Everybody just breathes.
Yeah.
Because testing, with Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, everybody has end of the year testing, and it's kind of stressful. I mean, in talking with the folks in education, that week or so, and then you got the retesting. It's where the teachers have to be right on it and be able to watch, and it's a different time of
And
the
then
year.
from testing until after testing till the rest, the end of the year, kids can get a little wild.
Well, and I'm not asking y'all this question. You can comment if you want to, but I guess what I would like to find out is, why wouldn't you wait until the last 2 weeks of school? Because you're right. Once you get the students feel like, okay, we took the test, it's over.
They think it's over.
And it's hard to get everybody back. No, we still got projects going on, and we still got to learn. But I never understood it. It's not y'all by any chance. It's everybody.
Yeah, well, the state mandates specific dates that we have to test. And I know one year they did try to push it towards the end of May, and with just all the other activities going on, it was just, teachers felt like they had already lost the kids by that point too. So they moved it back to April, thinking that was when they would get their best data.
Well, I guess that probably is the best answer right there, and I'm glad you shared that, because that does make a little sense. Because you've got, especially at the high school level, you've got junior and seniors, you've got, the end, especially the seniors, and, they've got all the activities with graduation practice, and you got the band, you got all kinds of stuff going on. So that probably does make sense. But as administrators and classroom teachers, it does pose
Yes.
an interesting problem trying to
It does.
get everybody focused,
It does.
back into the testing.
If there's not a
mode.
perfect solution.
Yeah, that's probably true. When is y'all's graduation? Do you know
May
the
the
exact?
21st.
I know that Jackson County does a very good job of trying to make them scattered,
On different
We do.
days.
different dates, different
Ours is actually on a
times.
Monday.
Yes.
That time all week long, because here on the KWN we'll do all of y'all's graduations. We go film them, play them back on television. We've done that for the last several years, and it makes it easier for us. Instead of having 12 camera crews at one night, we can get one or two each night for about a week. So it's a lot easier for us. So keep that up. I need to tell Kevin to make sure he continues that.
Right.
But
Good idea.
and it makes good sense for the folks that, because I know it's a small community, and there's folks that have that may live in Hollywood that's got, they'd love to go see a relative graduate at Skyline or Woodville or North Sand Mountain even, so it does make a Make it interesting for that. Is there anything else academically that we want to talk about a little bit before we get some of these students on?
Well, we just finished testing, so and Miss Morris is she's the coordinator of that. She may want to talk about how well we did on our Global Scholar. We just finished our ACT testing. We had several students. I believe our highest score was 25.
Well, that's pretty good.
That's a great score.
Kayla Parker.
Yeah.
And so we felt real successful at that with our 11th graders. You want to talk about
And we have,
testing?
as a whole, our school fared very well on the Global Scholar test. Most of our averages were above the national average and above the district average as well, so we're really proud of our students. We had several classes that exceeded high numbers on their target growth, which the Global Scholar sets a number for each student when they do their fall test, and that tells how much they should grow in a year, regardless if they're a lower student or a higher student. And I know the 6th grade math class met 84% on their target growth, which was an outstanding number.
Yeah, very good. How many folks, rough number, I mean, you may know, how many folks y'all graduate a year?
I think we have about 35 to 40 graduating this year. So on average, the average class size is about 40 for
About
each
40.
grade level. Mm-hmm.
You know, those type of numbers, I think you have an opportunity, the students have an opportunity, and they may not even know it at the time, to have a more one-on-one type education. I mean, you know what I'm talking about when you ain't got, you haven't got 300, 400 in the graduating class. You're more likely to be able to work on one-on-one with teachers and administrators, and I know y'all know everybody by name.
Yeah.
I mean, which is good.
Right.
I mean, it's really good. I know Dade County has one school that's like that. They've got, and it's just K through 5, Davis in the Sand Mountain area. But I mean, it's small enough. They only have like 300 students, and everybody knows everybody. you know.
Right. We have about 475, and we're very fortunate to have, like you said earlier, a lot of teachers, a lot of alumni teaching at our school. We have a lot of family members, and we're just real close knit family, like at our school, and are able to have that one-on-one kind of close relationship with the students. And also, we have an advocacy program that across the county we do at each school, where students are able to every Wednesday they go with a different teacher and do activities so that they have a familiar face rather than just knowing their teacher. Every teacher has an opportunity to know every student in the school by name.
And that is tremendous, and I think that helps out so much for for the students to become comfortable. And when you become comfortable, you can learn
Right.
a whole lot more than they just feel like they're a number or whatever. Ladies, it's been great to be able to talk with y'all. Skyline, I've told the story before. I went over and was doing a commercial for North Alabama Health Services, actually, that you see here. And one of the things that I had to do, I had to go to all of their clinics, basically. And that put me at Skyline and Woodville and everywhere. And I'll never forget going it's right across the street from the place where you get your gas filled up there in Skyline. There's a convenience store. And I tell this because I went in. They didn't know me from Adam's house cat, okay? But hey, how you doing? I mean, you thought I'd lived there for 15 years, and it left a lasting impression the first time I'd ever been there, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I mean, I think the folks at Skyline and y'all are smiling, so you know how to. So I just thought that was neat, and that's been several years ago, but I've told that story to a bunch of folks. Ladies, thank you for coming on, and looking forward to who do we want to come on next?
Well, we have 3 lovely girls that are members of FFA, and they are ready to share all about what they do as members.
All right, well, that sounds good. We're going to take a break. We don't want you to go anywhere. We'll be right back as we talk about Skyline. We'll be back with This Week in Jackson County Schools after this.
Tennessee Valley Net, your local provider of fiber optic high-speed internet, TV with over 200 digital channels available, and phone service with lots of extras. Fiber optics from TVN is expanding to many areas. Call and see if TVN is available in your area. 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net today. Bundle and save on fiber optic high-speed internet, digital TV, and phone service. All from Tennessee Valley Net. 706-657-4367. Online at tvn.net.
Innovation and quality. Two things you don't normally hear about in a recruitment ad, but you'll hear a lot about innovation and quality when you join the team at Vanguard National Trailer. Vanguard is an industry leader in the production of dry van trailers and composite plate trailers.
And right now, Vanguard National Trailer is hiring energetic and hardworking team members to be assemblers and welders, as well as industrial maintenance for first shift openings.
And you'll work a full 40-hour week in 4 days, which means 3-day weekends. And overtime is available. Working at Vanguard National Trailer has other great benefits too, like paid holidays, paid vacation, medical, dental, vision, and life insurance, plus a 401k plan.
Full-time work, 3-day weekends, available overtime, and great benefits. That's Vanguard National Trailer.
Fill out your application today. Vanguard National Trailer is an equal opportunity employer.
Apply in person today. Starting pay $10 to $14 an hour, depending on position. Vanguard National Trailer Corporation, Highway 11 North, turn beside the Primary Healthcare Center on Vanguard Drive.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
At Gross Furniture in Trenton, Georgia, you get the savings, the selection, and the satisfaction of getting the furniture you deserve at the prices you want. Come in, relax, and take your time. Our staff can assist you with the entire process, from expert advice to professional delivery. That's because Gross Furniture is local and treats you with honesty. Just north of the Courthouse Square on Highway 11 in Trenton. Gross Furniture, the home furnishing store that offers you more.
Continuing on this week in Jackson County Schools here on KWN TV. I'm Evan Stone, and I am pleased to have three lovely ladies from, of course, Skyline High School, and I'm going to let them introduce themselves.
All right, well, I'm Kaylin Rouse, and I'm a junior.
I'm Megan Woodall, and I'm a sophomore.
My name's Holly Ellis, and I'm a freshman.
All right. Well, welcome to This Week in Jackson County Schools, and y'all are all dressed alike, and I know you don't have uniforms, so tell us why you're in uniform and all dressed alike. Well, I'll start with you.
Start with me. All right. Well, we are in what we call official dress, which is with our FFA, and it's, you can't really tell, but it's our jacket, and we have like a white button-up shirt under it, a scarf, and a black skirt, and black pantyhose, and black heels. And so that just kind of makes us stand out from other people, like that shows that we're in FFA, and it just makes us stand out, makes us look more professional.
I think that is the key word right there. Professional. You stand out, you're noticed, and I think that is a great thing to be able to have in any type of organization. Professionalism.
Yeah.
Tell us what FFA is.
All right, so one of my favorite things is FFA is the largest student-led organization in the country, which means that we have an advisor, but we also have officer teams. And our officer teams really do most of the work, and we're all officers. But, our advisor is there to kind of lead us and make sure we're going in the right direction. But really the main part of it that goes on is us. Like, we all do that. So, all the students that are in FFA all have a say in what we do. So it's pretty cool. It's my favorite.
Okay, I guess the next question then would be, what do you do?
Well, we do all kinds of things. I like to say there's two different sides to FFA. There's an agricultural side and there's a leadership side. And my favorite is the leadership side because I'm not really I am outdoorsy, but not really. So I mean, that's kind of what it is. It's self-explanatory. It's leadership, and so you're being a leader. You're conducting meetings. You're talking up in front of everybody and doing public speaking, which everyone thinks is so scary.
Which, by the way, you're doing excellent with.
Thank you. Everyone thinks it's so
hey,
scary.
If this is a grade, I'm going to go ahead and just put an A
Thank
and circle
you.
it.
Thank you.
And she did say it was agricultural and leadership, and typically through your agricultural aspects of it, you learn that leadership aspect as well.
Yeah.
Because going out and doing our agricultural stuff, we meet so many new people. Like this, for example, this helps us to go and build our leadership stuff. But we have competitions, and it helps to build our leadership through agriculture.
Yes, and there's also 3 main parts to FFA. FFA strives to do 3 things. They strive to grow you as a person, so personal growth. They do premier leadership, which grows you as a leader, and then career success. So yes, while you're in an agricultural field or you're doing an agricultural pursuit, you're learning these leadership abilities, but you're also growing up a little bit as a person, and you're kind of maturing as an individual. And so that in turn helps you lead you down a career path. And in a sense, it gives you some skills that's going to make you stand out a little bit more from the other people in the job force. It gives you a few more skills that you may not have gotten in other programs.
Well, resumes are very important when you go out and you go through college, and you can put I had a 2-year degree or a 4-year degree, but when you start listing some of these things that you were in high school, it really shows in FFA. If you can explain exactly what that is going to look very good on a resume.
Right.
It really does. If you go out and are trying to shadow for a career you are interested in, I know that's helped me to get a shadowing position, because I was, hey, I'm an FFA officer, I'll be busy this summer, but if you wouldn't mind, I would love to come and shadow at your office. And it really helps to give a positive aspect to you as a person.
Yeah, FFA has a good name anyway, and then all the members all over the country do a really, really good job of upholding that good name that it has.
Yeah, well, that is so important, really. Now, you said you're mainly in administration, not necessarily in agriculture. What you ladies? What are you? I mean, why did you get into FFA?
I got into FFA because it was a family thing, and I do have a really outdoorsy family, and I was already a very talkative person, a very outgoing person. Unlike her, she said before, she was kind of quiet and timid versus I was typically very outspoken. But it definitely helps to grow you as a person, and it being in my family through several generations, it definitely made me want to be in it originally because my family was in it, older siblings and my parents. But then going into the organization and really finding what it was about, you find a passion for it and you learn to enjoy everything you do in it, which I think is why I've went so far in it.
Well, as opposed to Megan, I'm a little bit the opposite. None of my family was in FFA or didn't really know what FFA was, and we're pretty indoorsy as a people. Like we don't get outside a lot, but we've always had some type of livestock animals. We've always had horses, or recently we have chickens. And so as I got into the 7th and 8th grade and started experiencing agricultural programs in FFA, I started meeting some really great people. I started discovering that I can grow myself as a person by doing this aspect here, which is where it goes back to the personal growth and career success and premier leadership. I learned about FFA, and I learned how these great things that I could apply to my life, or that I could help to change myself, because I was that shy little kid that didn't really talk a lot like Kaylin was, and now I'm standing up here on live television and I'm talking about what FFA is and some of the things that I think have changed me and shaped me. So I just got into the program and I thought, hey, this is something that I would really enjoy. This is something that's going to help kind of round out my personality and kind of get me out of a box, kind of help grow me a little bit. And so I really enjoyed the fact that I could do that.
And that's part of the greatness about FFA is it takes so many different types of people and it helps them to all grow in different ways.
Yeah.
There's not just one growth aspect of FFA. You take so many different personalities and types of people, and it really helps to round them out and build in what they're already good at and help improve in what they're not.
Well, I'm already thinking y'all need a talk show.
Thank you. Yeah, that was one thing is, like I mentioned, I was the quiet kid. I got into FFA because my family had done it, and they were all like, you need to do this. It's family tradition. You have to do it now. And I was like, no, that's not really my thing. I don't like to talk. And so I got into it anyway. And the first year I was like, no, this is not for me. Well, by the end of the year, it had definitely grown me as a person, like forced me to grow kind of. And so by like my 9th or 10th grade year, Counts, which is our ag teacher, Mr. Counts, he likes to tell me that I went from this quiet little kid that never talked to this lady that never shuts up. So, which is sometimes a good thing and sometimes a bad thing. But it definitely forces you to grow, which sounds harsh, but it forces you to grow in one of the greatest ways possible.
Yeah, I think obviously if anybody's watching, you know, you ladies have taken this this class very, very seriously, and this organization, and you represent it very well.
Thank you.
I guarantee you. I want to ask you a little bit about FFA, and what is a typical? What do you do? And I'm assuming it's an after-school class.
It's actually not.
Oh, really? So you have classroom time? I
Yes,
didn't know
sir.
if it was like another club that was in the afternoon. Tell us a little bit about it.
It's a little bit of both. We do actually do our meetings in school, so there's a greater chance that more of the kids can get to go. But we do a lot of like workshops and officer workshops outside of school, and a lot during the summer. And you think like, oh, it's a school club, you know, it's just going to be during school. And you know, if you really want to get into it, there's a lot that you can do that, you know, is outside of school.
Yes, and go ahead.
Agricultural classes throughout, I know, our county and mostly your county schools, but in some city schools, you have your ag classes, which are a part of your curriculum. And part of your ag class, it has 3 parts. You have your laboratory, you have your classroom, and you have FFA. So it's one of the 3 parts of an ag class. And it really helps you to show part of the aspects of FFA. And if you want to further that, you can go and you can become a member and go to all of the trips and those meetings, and it really shows you all the differences about FFA.
Well, that is great, really, that you can do both. Now, do y'all compete at the school amongst yourself, and then the other schools in the county? Do you have competitions in Jackson County?
Yes, we had county competition.
You know, who's the best? Who's the best in the county?
Oh no,
that's
it depends on what you're asking about.
Yes, because there's
in the
Who's got the best
competition.
FFA club in the county?
I want to say
That's
us.
so
I'm
there
going to say us.
Absolutely. That was the answer I was looking for.
But now I have to give like Pisgah and Scottsboro some credit, because they always they kind of whoop our tail in competition. Like forestry, we did forestry competition, and they
always
beat
do really
us.
well.
Like it was bad. They were really good at that. But now Holly did green speaking, and she like stole the show. So
yeah, they're at a district level, which is from Jackson
whole
County all the way
district.
down to Birmingham and North Alabama. At a district level, there are a little over 40 events that you can compete in. And at every school and every chapter, which is what you call your school FFA club, I guess you could say, is different. So you can't exactly judge which one's better. However, you can break it down from district to region to county, and based on the events that you're competing in, you can kind of get a roundabout as to what schools are strong in the most. Like, for instance, this past month we've had county competitions, which was I competed in an event called Creed Speaking, in which I won first, and I got to go to a regional level and then to a district level and soon to be a state level. And then we also had other competitions where it was tractor driving a tractor safely, knowing how to operate machinery. We had forestry and livestock judging, where you would evaluate livestock in different forms of that. And so while Skyline wasn't the top of the line in every single one of those competitions, we still placed pretty high, you know, and we still put our best foot forward in that, and it really showed in what we did this year, because I think this year we went a little bit farther than we have in the past.
Yeah, definitely in previous years.
I have to brag on Holly, because she's not going to brag on herself. But Holly is, to my knowledge, the first ever Creed speaker from Skyline to make it to the state level.
Wow,
So
very good.
we are extremely proud of her. And
you.
so, you know.
And like she was saying, you can go from your county to your regional to your district.
It's
But depending
steps.
on the amount of participation you have in each of those events determines where you have it. If there's a lot of forestry teams, you're going to have forestry at county. And then if there's still a lot of county placers, you're going to have regionals and then districts and so on and so forth. But for example, me and Kaylin did a horse evaluation at districts because there wasn't enough horse evaluation teams for county.
Okay, I see. I understand. I believe what you're saying there.
Because you don't want every chapter in the whole district going to districts at one time, or every county in the whole, or every chapter, in the whole state going to state competitions at the same time, because then you're going to have
a whole lot of people that you're not really sure what to do with.
Yeah.
Our district competition, there was 92 schools competing, and that was after our county eliminations and our regional eliminations.
That is awesome.
I have to say this because I'm a North District officer, but North District is the best district, and they are also the largest.
It's always the district.
There you go. when can you start FFA at your school?
Whenever you have an ag class. You have to be in ag. You have to
So
have been in an
6th,
ag
7th,
class
8th,
to be.
It depends on the school.
Typically
When I
7th grade.
started, it was 8th grade. I got an ag class in 8th grade, and then you could be an FFA.
Yeah,
They
when
got
I
to be
started,
yeah.
7th.
When I started, it was in 7th grade. We were the first year to have 7th grade because our schedule had worked out to that way.
Which is
in
awesome.
bigger schools or schools that are kind of split up and boxed, you may start a little bit earlier, you may start a little bit later. But usually by the time you get to 8th, 9th, 10th grade, somewhere in there, you usually have the opportunity to take an ag class or take an agricultural course or take something that'll lead you to an ag class. So it's usually then, as long as your school has an FFA chapter program, then that's when you can start to join FFA or be involved in FFA.
Now, I didn't hear a senior. I don't think I even heard a junior.
I'm a junior.
Okay, you're a junior. Okay. So are you planning on next year continuing?
Oh, yes,
And
definitely.
Will you stay in FFA every year, all of y'all?
I plan to.
Yes,
will.
I plan to.
I've been in it since 8th grade actually.
Yeah.
I've been in it since 8th grade and officer since 9th grade, and I've actually went a little bit further than the chapter level. I'm a district officer, which is that North District that we talked about. So I'm on an officer team for that whole district. So we travel across the district and we do stuff with all the chapters from that district. And I'm also going to interview in June as a state candidate to be a state
very
officer,
good.
hopefully.
Wow.
I'm going to
Well,
interview and see how that goes.
We hope that, I think they'll have some stiff competition when
Well,
you
thank
get down
you.
there. That'll be good. Ladies, before we go to the next segment, I want to give you all an opportunity to tell, because we've been talking a while. Tell everybody again your name and your grade level, and if there's anybody you want to make a shout out to, go right ahead. We'll start on the other end down there.
Okay, I'm Holly Ellis, and I'm a freshman, which is a 9th grader in high school.
I'm Megan Woodall, and I'm a sophomore.
I'm Kaylin Rouse. I'm a junior, and I like to say this. I'm the first district officer from Skyline, and I'm district secretary. And I'm also the first state officer candidate from Skyline, and she's our second district officer, and I'm
I'll
so
be a district
excited.
officer in the summer.
We have back-to-backs, and we have to shout out to Counts because
Yeah,
he would be
he's
mad
not
if we
here.
didn't.
He's
So
not here.
Well, y'all have made him proud, and I'm assuming
Well,
he's
thank
your advisor. Then.
Yes,
Yes,
sir,
sir.
he is.
That's,
He is
that's
our advisor.
pretty cool. I've definitely enjoyed talking with you ladies
Thank
about
you.
this, because y'all are well on your way to whatever y'all do.
Thank
Whatever
you.
you do, you can tell y'all are very excited about what you do and the passion of what you're doing it. But you're very organized, and y'all are going to do well.
Thank
as,
you.
As you
Thank
go on
you.
to your, get through high school and to go on to your post-secondary education, and then, so that's good. We thank you very much for coming on.
Thank
and
you for
we,
having us.
Absolutely. We thank you for watching the show, and we're going to take another quick break, and we'll continue with This Week in Jackson County Schools right after this.
Delivering top quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services.
Tennessee Valley. Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ringgold is moving. Big deals to move these wheels. Bigger is better. Get the 2018 Jeep Renegade or Compass, just $17,888. Yep, just $17,888. Shop the Jeep Celebration event, going on now at Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Number 1 for a reason.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office, now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you're our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710. Brown's Tire Pros knows that when you need tires for automotive service, you don't need a hassle. Brown's Tire Pros has been family owned and operated since 1994, and you'll always get friendly customer service and never be sold anything you don't need. We sell major brands of tires like Michelin and BF Goodrich. In fact, Michelin offers safe, fuel-efficient, long-lasting tires that'll keep you going for miles to come. Visit us at Brown's Tire Pros in Trenton today or online at brownstirePros.com.
Continuing back down KWN TV, we're talking about Skyline School because they are a K through 12 school up on the mountain. Right before you get to High Top, and I've got three young gentlemen here. We're going to talk about some athletics that's going on at Skyline, and some folks who are going to be going to the state representing Skyline. So we're pretty excited. Tell us who you are.
I'm Troy Saint, and I'm a senior. I'm Austin Wade, and I'm a senior. I'm Dawson Wynn, and I'm a senior.
We got seniors here. All right, well, good deal. Well, y'all are, as they say in the to coin a phrase from the farming business, it's down to the short rows for y'all. Yeah. You know, so just a few weeks before y'all get to move on and either go to work or go to college. And I may ask you what y'all's plans are, but I want to talk to you a little bit about the athletics that are at Skyline, and understand that all of y'all y'all are in all kinds of different sports. So the track competition's coming up, I believe, is also going to be taking y'all to the state.
Yes, sir. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about, I guess there's you compete against amongst yourselves, and then at the county level and the state, and that's how it's set up a little bit.
Well, first off, you got county, and then if you after county, you go to sectionals, and once you do good at sectionals, you go to state for whatever you qualify for. I qualified for the mile and the 800 meter and the long jump. And Dawson,
I got long jump. So that's about it.
And you?
I don't run track.
You're a golfer, aren't you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Now, how many of y'all play basketball?
We all do.
I think everybody in Jackson County plays basketball.
I think so.
I believe so. I mean, that seems to be the county sport. You got football, of course. I mean, it has its own in the fall, but basketball seems to get everybody excited, on both the girls and the guys. So there's a lot of basketball playing going on in Jackson County for sure. Mm-hmm. And with the smaller schools, I think that. Y'all compete well against each other, and we've enjoyed bringing all of the different, the Jackson County tournament and the Sand Mountain tournament, the different tournaments, with basketball. Now, y'all are all seniors, so I'm going to ask you some questions. Have y'all all grown up there at Skyline?
Yes, sir. I've been there my whole life.
I moved out there in the 8th grade, but I went to Scottsboro prior to that. I went when I was younger, and then homeschooled, and now I'm back.
All right, well, good deal. So other than you've been to y'all have been at different schools or whatever. Skyline, as we were talking earlier with your vice principal, that's just it's a neat little area out there to be able to grow up. And I mean, I know of course, I guess y'all know that the National Weather Service radar.
Yeah.
It's just on up the road. How far? I guess that would be north of you. How far is it on up there?
From our houses or from the
school?
school?
I mean for the school, that area.
About 10, 15 minutes.
10 minutes.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, you know, that's where this whole region gets their radar and kind of, you know, really helps out with watching all the different weather that moves through this entire region, North Alabama, North Georgia, and Southeast Tennessee. The Skyline, how long, I know y'all are seniors, but how long has Skyline had sports? I mean, as far as track and basketball's a good while, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
I know cross country started when I was in 7th grade, so I've done it since I was in 8th grade. So I don't know about track though.
Now, golfing is relatively new for Jackson County, isn't it?
A little bit. Some of the bigger schools that are 2 and 3A schools, they've had it in their school system a little bit longer. Us ourselves, we don't have that many kids interested in it, and this year there was just 2 people on the team, and so technically we didn't qualify as a team. We were just individuals. But last year we had 4 people on it, and that's the most we've had in, I guess, about 10 years.
What you say you qualify as an individual, so you compete. Do you compete against other individuals, or do you compete with your score with other teams and break it down individually? How do they score you?
What we do is during the season we score individually, and we'll only play 9 holes during the season. And then at the end of the year we'll have our sectionals tournament, and we'll play all 18 holes, and then 4 teams will qualify, and then I think it's 5 individuals qualify. And if your team qualifies, then you're no longer an individual, so that puts kids that aren't on a full team or that are able to qualify for sub-state.
The golfing, do y'all have a fishing team? I know that several of the schools in Jackson County have started. I think North Jackson has, maybe North Mountain. I don't know how many actually have fishing teams, but that seems to be a growing thing in sports, you know, in high schools, especially with all the water, you know, having the river and everything. So, what have y'all been able to? And all 3 of you play basketball, and what have y'all been able to take away from sports? All of y'all are seniors. You get ready to go into your next level, either go to on to college or going into business or whatever. How do you think the sports aspect of schooling has been able to help you throughout the process?
I think it builds a great friendship, and it's something I'll never forget. I made a lot of great memories during or through sports, so that's one of the things I really like about it.
Well, I think you're talking about in team sports. I mean, you got track is basically an individual sport, but then then you can be in teams. Golfing is individual, but you can be on a team. Basketball, it's 5 of you, and you got to do your best, and it takes everybody, and on a basketball. Teamwork, I think, is one of the biggest things. Before we go on to the next section, I want to ask, what are y'all's plans? I mean, y'all gonna be graduating here in about 3 weeks. We'll start down on the other end. What's in your plans as far as next step?
I'll probably go to college for banking and accounting, and then try to work at a bank. That's what I'm.
So you're looking into the banking industry.
Yeah.
That's very good. Very good. I think Jacksonville State is a lot. Where do folks go? And
UAH is
okay.
a good college for it.
All right, good deal.
ASU, different ones.
I myself am already enrolled at Northeast, and I'm taking classes to go be an elementary teacher.
Oh, good
And I'm
deal.
hoping to transfer 2 years out of there and go to Athens State, and then hopefully get a job somewhere in Jackson County.
Well, you got teaching in your family, or is this something first time you want to do?
I've got a mom that's a school nurse, and then last year during the first part of the year, I was actually an office aide, but in my free time, I would go to Miss Waldrop's classroom and teach her class so she could work on her vice principal stuff.
Very good, very good. All right, so you got a little classroom experience there. That's,
Yes, sir.
That is good, and I like the fact that you want to try to get a job at home. Your career may lead you across the country, whatever path you take, but trying to stay at home and because I think people put in a little bit more when you're actually doing something that is around the folks that you grew up with, and kids and grandkids that you'll be teaching of your friends,
Yes, sir.
once you get in there. How about you, sir?
I've actually got a few phone calls from Martin Methodist College for running cross country, and
good
I'd like to continue running in college there and do study physical therapy or sports medicine or something along that line.
Well, sports medicine, that's a good career, or any of it is a good career. I like the fact that you're wanting to continue not only your academics but also on your sports, and obviously, if a college is calling you, you've done very well in that. How many years have you been in track?
I've done track this is my first year, but I've done cross country, which is like long distance running. I've done that since I was in 8th grade, so about 5 years. So.
Well, good deal. Well, all right. Y'all ready for graduation, or you want to add another 6 months to it, or whatever?
I'm ready to go.
Well, it sounds like y'all got a great school. There's no doubt about that. School, but having a small niche community like y'all have there, it's a blessing for a lot of folks to be able to say they graduated from somewhere like that. So good deal. We appreciate you coming on, and congratulations. Hope you do well at the state.
Thank you.
And bring home that'd be nice for Skyline to have a state trophy sitting on the shelf. That's for sure. All right. Well, we thank y'all, and we're going to take another break, and when we come back, we'll continue with This Week in Jackson County Schools. Bethune Garden Center, 3530 Highway 136 West on the side of Sand Mountain for all of your gardening needs. Right now, find bedding plants starting at only $13.99 a tray. And don't forget, it's that time of year, insects, fire ants. We've got a complete line of products to take care of all of the insects. You'll also find a complete line of fertilizer and grass seed. Bethune's Garden Center, open Sunday through Friday, closed Saturday. Brands you know from the people you can trust.
Check out these red hot buys for April at Case Ace Hardware, 11665 South Main Street in Trenton. Ace Lawn Fertilizer covers 5,000 square feet with your Ace Rewards card, just $11.99. And how about Ace Weed and Feed? Also covers 5,000 square feet with that Ace Reward card, just $14.99. And super prices on Clark and Kensington paints in the Paint Studio. Case Ace Hardware, 11665 South Main Street in Trenton.
At Comfort Gallery in Kimball, comfort is the key. And the key to making it easier to sleep, sit, and stand is a new PowerLift chair from Catnapper. Catnapper's PowerLift chairs feature comfort coil seating for long-lasting comfort and a powerful yet smooth, quiet motor. Some models even include heat and massage. It's really comfort at the touch of a button. See the full selection today when you visit Comfort Gallery. Free delivery and setup, 1 year free layaway, and 6 and 12 months same as cash. Available at Comfort Gallery, 780 Main Street, 1 mile north of I-24, exit 152A, Kimball, Tennessee.
Get that next new-to-you car from Cloud Auto Sales, Alabama Highway 71 in Higdon. Right now, check out a 2013 Hyundai Elantra. New tires, AM/FM with Bluetooth, only $7,800. How about an 06 Chevy Silverado Z71 4x4? It has the big 5.3-liter V8, $8,995. Or a 2010 Toyota RAV4, great gas mileage and good tires too, $6,995. That's at Cloud Auto Sales, Alabama Highway 71 in Higdon, 597-3273 for Cloud Auto Sales. Visit them on Facebook at Cloud Auto Sales.
Check out the ultimate cooking experience, the Big Green Egg. Smokin' Brothers, dedicated to providing quality barbecue products, and Traeger wood-fired grill products. With over 125 different kinds of rubs, spices, and barbecue sauces, we can make your grilling and cooking experience the best it can be. We also carry a huge supply of wood pellets. The Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District offers 90-day same as cash. Financing is available, and we service what we sell. Come see us today at 21620 Highway 117 in Ider. Take I-59 south to the Hammondville exit. Turn right and head up Sand Mountain to the Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District. 256-632-6815 for the Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District. Sand Mountain Gas District on Highway 117 in Ider.
I'd be doggone if I wouldn't work all day.
Hello, I'm I'm Ben Cagle. Don't miss Downbeat, the best of the 1960s, Saturdays, 1 o'clock on the Big Jet Fly.
Paul Feinbaum, you tell it like it is.
This is the SEC. SEC.
Well, they ought to just play one more round, but whoever wins, the other team just have to get out. Don't even play football in the SEC no more.
You realize Alabama lost to Auburn last year, don't you?
Oh, yeah, I laid in bed 2 days.
The Paul Feinbaum Show, weekday afternoons 3 to 7 on News Radio 1420 and 106.1 FM KWN and Chattanooga's News Talk 97.7 KWN.
Back now to this week in Jackson County Schools. We've had a fun-filled show so far, and I know it's going to be good as we continue on to the program. We got a couple of students here, and as I have in the last couple of segments, I'm going to ask them to tell us who they are. We'll start with the young lady on the end.
I'm Bailey Urshry, and I'm a sophomore.
My name's Tyler Berninger, and I'm a senior.
All right. Well, that means you only got just a few weeks. You're on the short rows, too.
Got 11 more days of school left.
Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you what. And sophomore, I mean, that's not too far behind.
Yeah, I guess not.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Now, both of y'all are basketball players.
Yes.
And we've already determined that in Jackson County, basketball is the sport, and for all of the schools to come together. And tell us a little bit about the season you just had. And I apologize, I don't know the coaches on the boys or the girls coach.
You go first.
Yeah, I can. Well, the girls had a pretty good season this year, I thought. Well, the girls and the boys both made it to Jacksonville for the regionals, and we actually made it to the regional championship. The girls did. We lost, but, it happens sometimes. But I thought we had a really good season. In the county, we won our area, and I thought it went really good.
Yeah, absolutely. I know that I probably watched y'all because I know that we did a lot of the tournaments. We did the Jackson County tournament, and so we were able to see a lot of the teams. And Jackson County does have a lot of great ball players. Now, I understand you went on and you're playing some travel ball.
Yes, I am.
Tell us a little bit about that experience and what that means.
Well, I really like it a lot. I mean, it's really cool. You get to meet a lot of new people, go a lot of new places, and the competition is really, really good. It's a really high level of competition, so you're always getting better. So that helps a lot, and it helps I plan on playing college basketball. That's the goal. That's what I'm trying to do. So I feel like that'll help out a lot because you get a lot of exposure.
In a few minutes about what college you want to go to, but how was the guys' team?
Well, we had a great year. We went 17-10. We accomplished all the goals that we set out to do this year. We won area, we won our sub-regions, we made it to regionals, we got put out in the Sweet 16. So I thought we had a great year.
Sweet 16, that's nothing to feel bad about. Mm-hmm. In the fierce competition that you've got just within the county, to be able to do that. Who is y'all's coaches?
Well, the boys and the girls are coached by the same people.
Okay.
Ronnie McCarver is our head coach, and TJ Perry, he actually played for Ronnie. And Ronnie's son, Chance McCarver, he's our other assistant coach. So.
How long have you all been playing basketball?
I've been playing basketball since I was in first grade.
Oh, wow.
I've been playing since 4 or 5.
So, now in the school level, y'all started about the 4th grade, 5th grade teams, or do they have?
Now it starts you can start pre-K.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you go pre-K, then kindergarten, then 1st, 2nd, 3rd.
And they have some type of basketball skill level.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
No wonder y'all are all about basketball. You're learning from that level. Well, what is your next step? I mean, you're headed out to you're going to graduate, and what are you going to do?
I'm planning on graduating, and then later that fall go to Snead and continue playing basketball. That's what my goal is.
All right. What career path are you looking at?
Physical therapy. I want to do something that's like active and fitness. I like doing stuff like that, so that's what I want to lean towards.
Well, that's a great profession, and there's a lot of need for it, especially on the sports side. I mean, you know, a lot of teams now at the collegiate level and above. I mean, they want to, and even at the high school, they want to have, you know, a lot of physical therapy. They want to have the folks on the sidelines with them and that type of thing. So that'll be good for you. Now, Sneed, how far away is that?
From Skyline?
Yeah, from Jackson County.
About an hour.
So, you know, you can probably still live at home, drive, that type of thing. That's pretty cool. Well, all right. And you're already looking to go to college and play basketball. So where are we headed?
Well, I don't know yet.
Where would you like to go? Let's just tell everybody where you want to go to college.
Well, I would like to get away from here. Just kind of go somewhere far off, like to see new things and stuff. So I would like to go somewhere near the beach. That would be so much fun. So, but I really don't have any preferences right now.
So just whoever has the best opportunity for you to get an education and play basketball. Yeah. Well, that's that at this time, because you said you were a sophomore, right?
Yes.
So at this time, that's perfectly good to be able to say, this is what I want to do, but, you know, where I go, I don't know yet. Just whoever makes you the best offer,
yeah,
I guess would be good. Is there anything that y'all want to talk about? We've just got a couple more minutes left. You know, basketball, basically, I think both of you already kind of showed the fact that you really, really love the sport and have played it for a great number of years. What has it helped you with so far in education, life? I mean, you know, to be able to be on a team.
I mean, I don't know. You just like with my team, everybody's really, like at Skyline, it's small, so everybody knows everybody, and you're all really close and everything. So like me and my teammates, we're all really good friends, and like my coaches, we all have such a really good relationship with each other. So, I mean, yeah, we like to win and stuff, but it's always just like, it's good to be able to share those moments with like the people that you're really close with and everything. So I enjoy it a lot, but.
Well, it sounds like it's a great time, and of course the end of the school year, and you got summer coming up, and now travel ball. I'll ask you one question: travel ball, when is that season?
Well, we're playing right now. Like, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. We just got back from a big tournament in North Carolina, and then we take like June off, so that because that's when like the high school, like the summer camps are and stuff. So we do that in June, and then July we start back, like July and beginning of August.
All right. Well, we wish you continued success in your basketball, and of course you got some more years left at Skyline, so that is good. And we obviously wish you great success. Hope you get your opening at Sneed to play some basketball and get you a PT degree and start making some money. That would be good.
Yeah, I would like that.
That is good. Well, we thank y'all for coming on, and thank you for I think this whole hour has kind of highlighted all the different folks that y'all got, and it's a good testament. Y'all represent Skyline very good.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And I think the everybody today, I think they understand that Skyline seems to be in good hands. The administrators and the teachers are doing a good job. We can tell by the character of the student, so that's good. We thank y'all.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. And we thank you out there, and we appreciate you watching another edition of This Week in Jackson County Schools. We'll see you next week.